It's cases, not a lot of cases where agents back home, they will tell you, you use this, come, there's this particular kind of job. In fact, this is what majority of them do. They'll tell you have a good job, you come, they'll give you direct employment, 2 years working visa, down to UAE. Okay, when you come here, bro, you'll see yourself doing construction. They'll tell you, come, no problem, there's good job. When you come here, you will see the worst job so far. Seriously, and they go as far as telling people back home, doing lucrative things back home. They tell you to leave your team, leave whatever you're doing, you come down to the UAE and you get a good job. Double of what you're getting back home. Bro, you leave everything you're doing there, you come down to UAE after spending your money, you come down to UAE and you discover there is nothing for you. There are some set of Nigerians also looking for jobs for people in UAE. Okay. My brother, within those people, they do their fellow Nigerians for this country. You go to ask yourself, so why you be Nigerian? My brother, they will collect money from you, finish. They will carry your money run. They will carry their own fellow Nigerian money run. They will give you a job. They will tell you it's a job, they bring money. When you bring money, you carry the money wrong.
You know, say people paint this picture that Dubai is an emerging country, so opportunities there and everything. So if you get chance, maybe you come also, you will get your money, you will go back. Say all those things not lie. You know, so we know if I have to ask now because we did Nigeria, you did here.
Baba, the truth we say, seriously, you know, talk lie. But there are lesser opportunities in Dubai for a black man.
There are lesser opportunities
being black,
for a black man.
Yes. Okay. Being black alone in Dubai, okay, limits the kind of opportunities you get. Now, being a Nigerian in Dubai makes it even more harder.
Why? Why is this?
Baba, Nigerians don't spoil the name for the country. I am a Nigerian, fine. Okay? But if you catch 10 Africans committing crime, 8 in Nigeria. Our girls in UAE, bro, I'll be very sincere with you. 80% of African girls in UAE are into prostitution.
80%?
80%.
That allegation is plenty to you, bros.
Bro, 80%. This one will be allegation. This one has something to be everybody with here. No. 20% are working. 20% of African girls are working. Bro, prostitution for UAE, not be something they hide. You go to work for those girls, they call you. In fact, now business for UAE. So is that bad? It's really that bad?
Okay.
They'll tell you, you know how much we are making. The girls will tell you how much we are making. You know how much we are making? You see a girl will go to Nigeria and pack 3 more girls to come and do prostitution in UAE. And they'll be giving her money. Have a good job in UAE, you won't even want to go to any other country. You'll be so comfortable in UAE.
Okay.
But the positive part of UAE is this. There's one thing in UAE. UAE needs patience and endurance, bro. If you're a kind of person, you don't have these 2 qualities, don't even bother coming to UAE. Bro, you will not survive in UAE.
Why do you say patience and endurance?
Bro, you face a lot of racism. Bro. Indians will kick you out. Pakistanis will kick you out. Filipinos will throw you away. And they are the majority of people working in companies here. You have less Africans. You have more populations for Indians in companies. Pakistanis, bro, they will treat you as if you're nothing. But you just have to endure. Just have to be around. I'm here for the money. See, irrespective of whether you're educated or not, as long as you're learned and civilized, you can fit in to whatever UAE has to offer. Just be learned and civilized. Okay. Education is a key, actually. It matters, but it's actually not a priority in UAE in terms of looking for job. Okay. In terms of looking for job. Well, actually, I've been, following up with your show right from Facebook and Instagram. Actually, the show is very educative, instructive, and there are a lot of good lessons to learn from the show, especially Nigerians back home trying to travel abroad.
Okay.
You see, you have to be very calculative. You don't just, get your visa, get your bags, and you decide to just travel abroad. A lot of Nigerians suffering, seriously. Nigerians are suffering, bro.
Are suffering. So when
Joke
you say
apart.
suffering, what do you mean by their suffering exactly? Because you know
Bro,
the picture people paint. I'm just speaking from experience. The picture people paint about life abroad is a different one from what you're saying now. So when you say people are
you're
suffering,
correct.
how exactly are they? First of all, let's start from where I'm speaking to you from. Where are you presently? So for those who do not know.
Okay. Yeah, I'm in the UAE, Dubai to be precise.
Dubai. Okay.
Yeah, and I've been in UAE for like 5 years now.
5 years.
Bro,
Okay.
yeah, bro. If you come to UAE, outside the metro stations, parks, and other areas, you see Nigerians sleeping outside. Nigerians are sleeping outside, bro. No accommodation, nothing, no house, no jobs. It's really not easy.
So
Seriously, it's not easy.
how does one find themselves in such a position? Do you understand?
Okay.
For you to leave Nigeria and get to Dubai and you're sleeping outside the metro station, I don't have a job or anything. How did you even get to that place in the first place?
Okay, I'll tell you this.
Okay.
I met one guy at the airport. That was like 2 weeks ago.
Okay.
The guy was coming in from Nigeria. The guy was supposed to be picked up at the airport by his elder brother. Now, when I mean elder brother, same father but different mother. Okay. Now, the elder brother did the visa for him, collected money from this guy, despite he's his brother, made the visa for him. The elder brother is in UAE. Now, he came, he arrived, he was trying to call the elder brother. The elder brother switched off his phone. The guy was at the airport, nowhere to go, no direction, nothing. I met the guy, I was like, what are you doing here? I was like, bro, I can't get through to my elder brother. I gave him my phone, tried contacting the elder brother. Initially, the phone was ringing. The guy would pick, the guy would not answer. All of a sudden, the guy switched off the phone. Now, that kind of person, where do you want him to go to? This is his own elder brother. If his own elder brother can do, it's kind of funny. See, this is one thing Nigerians are like this.
Okay.
Nigerians are like this. This is one thing I was not even surprised. His case is not, a lot of cases where agents back home, they will tell you, UAE is this, there's this particular kind of job. In fact, this is what majority of them do. They'll tell you have a good job, you come, they'll give you direct employment, 2 years working visa, down to UAE. Okay, when you come here, bro, you'll see yourself doing construction. They'll tell you, come, no problem, there's good job. When you come here, you will see the worst job so far. And they go as far as telling people back home, doing lucrative things back home. They tell you to leave your team, leave whatever you're doing, you come down to the UAE and you get a good job. Double of what you're getting back home. Bro, you leave everything you're doing there, you come down to UAE after spending your money, you come down to UAE and you discover there is nothing for you. Everything is just zero.
Okay. So let me ask you now. You're not the first person that has said this, and based on the fact that because of my show, I get a lot of these examples and everything. But I want to ask about this. Is it that there are agents who look for gullible Nigerians to sell pipe dreams to, like tell them, like you mentioned, they tell them that, okay, when you come here, you get your 2 years working visa, then there are jobs for you. So these people don't do their due diligence. They don't have anybody anywhere. They just follow this idiot. Are those the people that you're referring to, or these are just normal Nigerians running these scams?
Bro, see, there are two kinds of agents in UAE. There's an agent back home working with an agent here in UAE. Okay, so two sets of Nigerians are involved here. The agent back home and the agent in UAE. Okay, now the agent in UAE tells the agent back home, get me 5 guys. I have a good job for them here. Get like 2 million from each of these guys. Okay, we'll make visa for them. They buy their tickets. They come to UAE. Okay, I have a good job paying from like 300,000 Nigerian naira monthly. Okay, in less than maybe 1 year, these guys will recover their money back and all. Fine. Most of the cases, the agent back home in Nigeria don't really know the nature of the job you're coming to do here. Most cases they know. They tell them straight, but lies. So they come and they tell you this and this and this. You come down to UAE and you discover this is not exactly the kind of job you're being told back home. This is construction jobs. My brother, construction job in UAE, my brother, forget English, construction job, they hard. My brother, you go carry block. The block where they for UAE, nobody block where they for Nigeria. Block where they UAE, na 3 times the size of block where they Nigeria. Block where they construction of Nigeria, they learn work now. And I say sun. My brother, the degree of sun, the kind of sun where they for UAE. You know, if you stand outside, your body go tell you.
Well, this will be laughing matter, but still.
No, not be laughing matter, bro. And they will carry them come and they will keep them for there. And these guys will have to work for 2 years there. There was initially waiting to be say, in fact, when you get to the airport, they seize your passport.
Oh.
You can't even go back. Yeah. They seize you're coming in new. You're into a country, you don't know anybody, and you get to airport, they come to pick you and they seize your passport. What will you do? They take you to accommodation. If you don't like the job, you have no choice. You must do the job. So a lot of Nigerians are, so most cases, these guys, after seizing their passports, they end up running out of the company, sleeping outside without their passport.
And that's how they end up sleeping at metro stations and all these other places.
Yeah, seriously.
Okay.
Seriously.
Okay.
Bro,
okay.
there was
I hear you.
The worst part of this whole thing, is this. See, there are some set of Nigerians also looking for jobs for people in UAE. Okay. My brother, within those people, they do their fellow Nigerians for this country. You go to ask yourself, why you be Nigerian? My brother, they will collect money from you, finish. They will carry your money run. They will carry their own fellow Nigerian money run. They know will give you a job. They will tell you it's a job, they bring money. When you bring money from your carry the money wrong. Putting you at a state where you be confused. And in this country, if you come in with 3 months visa,
yes.
Okay, if the visa finishes, overstay, don't begin count. Overstay per day in Naira is close to 10,000 Naira every day.
Every day. So that means you don't feel run. That's why I say you don't enter the country. That overstay will begin count.
You don't begin count. After you spend your 3 months, you don't get money to renew, you don't get money to do another visa, nothing. You stay 3 months, finish, you still in this country. In fact, the first day na 200 Naira, you go, now 20,000 Naira. The second day, you go start to pay 100, the first day na 20,000 Naira, the second day na 10,000 Naira every day. Imagine say you sleep, wake up, government don't give you a fine of 10,000 every day.
And you must pay that fine before you go fit come out.
You know, go fit come out if you don't pay that fine, or they will carry you, or you go there for jail for like 6 months. If you say one come out, they go jail you for 6 months. Equivalently, almost 6 months. Because here, no, then tell you straight ahead. Here, overstay is a crime. Better leave the country before your visa finishes if you don't have money to renew.
So all this is
or you get a job.
So make I ask you now. You know, say people paint this picture that Dubai is an emerging country, so opportunities there and everything. So if you get chance, maybe you come out, so you will get money if you go back. Say all those things that lie. You know, so we know if I have to ask now because we did Nigeria, you did here.
Baba, the truth we say, seriously, you know, talk lie. But there are lesser opportunities in Dubai for a black man.
There are lesser opportunities
being black
for a black man.
Yes. Okay. Being black alone in Dubai, okay, limits the kind of opportunities you get. Now, being a Nigerian in Dubai makes it even more harder.
Why? Why is this?
Baba, Nigerians don't spoil the name for the country. I am a Nigerian, fine. Okay? But if you catch 10 Africans committing crime, 8 in Nigeria, 2 people from other nationalities. So even jobs. But see, one thing is this, okay? I'll tell you this. 13% of the total population in UAE are locals. They are not much.
Okay.
Locals. Okay, just only 13%. Okay. Now, the other remaining percentage are Indians, Pakistans, Filipinos, and Africans in general. Okay. Now, Indians carry the majority of, the foreigners in UAE.
Okay.
Okay. Followed by Pakistans. Okay. Followed by Philippines. Now, followed by Africans in general.
Okay.
Okay. Now, this is it. In terms of African in general, Nigeria Nigeria as a country is very popular. You see, if you meet an India and you're a black person, they assume you're from Nigeria.
It does automatically.
So even most of these crimes might not be committed by Nigerians, but because Nigeria is popular, they tell you these things are committed by Nigeria. So, and the truth is this: a lot of people suffering are the innocent ones, the innocent Nigerians. Okay. That don't know anything about these crimes. They are the people suffering for these crimes. Okay. You might be sleeping in your house. The police will just enter, raid your house, pack only Nigerians. They will raid your flats, they pack only Nigerians. They leave other African nationalities. They ask you where are you from, they check your passport. They take all Nigerians to the station and they start interrogating you in a way whereby you don't like. You might not be guilty and they end up deporting you back to Nigeria for no crime.
For no crime, just because of your nationality and because of the way they look at you. What's the word I'm looking for now? The way people have.
No.
Okay.
No, not just because of. Yeah, you might be correct actually but that's not it. Take for example, close to my area where I was living before, a Pakistan man died. Okay. Now, ask me what brought about this whole issue is this: a Nigerian killed a Pakistan.
Okay.
This is how bad it is. Okay. Now, the Nigerian that killed this Pakistan, she's a lady. She's into prostitution.
Okay.
Now, the Pakistan man called the lady. He went to sleep with the lady. He paid the lady, and the lady was requesting for more money.
Okay.
That if not, she would shout rape. The man was like, I don't have any money. Due to conflict and dragging, the man fell and the man died. Do you know what this girl did? This girl had to call some other ladies. They carried this man. They put this man inside a deep freezer. They closed the deep freezer and they ran away from the flats. Wow. After close to 2 weeks, the Pakistan man was discovered inside the deep freezer. So that area for that week, police were doing raiding, catching all innocent Nigerians. So these are the kind of things I was talking about. So Nigerians will commit a crime and other innocent Nigerians will be suffering for it. So a lot of this issue. And one more thing, our girls in UAE, bro, I'll be very sincere with you. 80% of African girls in UAE are into prostitution.
80%?
80%.
That allegation is clear to you, bros.
Bro, 80%. This one will be allegation. This one has something to be everybody where they know. 20% are working. 20% of African girls are working. Bro, prostitution for UAE, not be something that they hide. You go to work for those girls, they call you. In fact, now business for UAE. So is that bad? It's really that bad?
Okay.
They'll tell you, you know how much we are making. The girls will tell you how much we are making. You know how much we are making. You see a girl will go to Nigeria and pack 3 more girls to come and do prostitution in UAE. And they'll be giving her money. If they have to pay huge some amount of money before they regain their freedom. This is like
like trafficking.
It's like a business.
So
to them it's not trafficking.
They don't think it's
but
a business.
Actually the right word is trafficking.
Okay.
Yes. Okay. The right word is trafficking.
Okay.
But seriously, to them is a business.
Okay. So Pascal, let me ask you now. You know, life in general, for those we're talking about things that people that are doing illegal things and things that are not good. Let's talk about the positive side now. How is life in the UAE? Say you come to the UAE and you get a good job and you are in Nigeria. How is life there? Not just to discourage people or say, I know you are saying the reality, your own reality of how things are there, but you also have to talk, everything cannot be bad. So what are some of the positives with living in the UAE, in Dubai, for example?
Yeah, bro. UAE is very, very sweet. Life in UAE is fantastic if you have the money, if you're well to do,
So
if you have a good
if
job
you
in
have a good
UAE.
job and you have the money,
Have a good job in UAE, you won't even want to go to any other country. You'll be so comfortable in UAE.
okay.
But the positive part of UAE is this. There's one thing in UAE. UAE needs patience and endurance, bro. If you're a kind of person you don't have these two qualities, don't even bother coming to UAE. Bro, you will not survive in UAE.
Why do you say
can,
patience and endurance?
bro, you face a lot of racism. Bro. Indians will kick you out. Pakistans will kick you out. Filipinos will throw you away. And they are the majority of people working in companies here. You have less Africans, you have more populations for Indians in companies. Pakistans, bro, they will treat you as if you're nothing. But you just have to endure. You just have to, well, I'm here for the money. You just have to, seriously, there are some cases where you cannot even endure. You'll be so angry. And when you react, they will tell you he's a Nigerian. Because Nigerians, we have this kind of attitude. We don't take nonsense. We can endure to a limit. But as a Nigerian, you have to push yourself to that point where you keep enduring. That's the only way to survive in UAE. It's nice, bro. If you can endure in UAE, bro, you get from nowhere to somewhere in UAE.
So that's what you're saying.
If
what
you can endure in UAE,
what you mean by endurance, that's endure all the racial tensions or racial issues that might be happening. Or you are just there. So let's talk about the money now. Let's talk about the money. We know UAE oil money, Emirates now, money data side. Do you understand? But for us now, for we Nigerians, what's the best way to get money legally? Like, are there certain jobs that you should look out for? Because I want to make this as holistic as possible. We've spoken about the negative side. We've spoken a little bit about the positive. So going further in the positive side now, that's what I'm saying. What are some of the jobs to look out for? So Nigerians or people that want to work legally can look out for.
Yeah, actually, like I said before, there are a lot of opportunities in UAE. Okay, there are Nigerians working in the oil sector, banking sector, logistics sector, different sectors. There are Nigerians working there. Government sector, there are Nigerians working in the government sector in UAE. Okay, and seriously, UAE is not, see, irrespective of whether you're educated or not, as long as you're learned and civilized, you can fit in to whatever UAE has to offer. Just be learned and civilized. They don't. Education is a key, actually. It matters, but it's actually not a priority in UAE in terms of looking for job. Okay, in terms of looking for job. Okay, they believe in your skill, what you have to offer.
Okay,
if you have something good to offer, you can go, no problem. UAE is very welcoming. Just come to UAE.
You have your skills and you have the right connections and the certifications.
Actually, you can build the connections due to with time. Okay, because seriously, if you come to UAE, majority of the Indians speak English. Majority of them don't speak English. Majority of them come to UAE and they learn English. Okay, so official language is Arabic. Okay, but a lot of people speak English. Okay, so but with time you can build the connections. With time you'll build the connections. Take for example, when I came to UAE, actually I was a perfect example of what I was telling you earlier on. I was told I left whatever I was doing in Nigeria. I was doing well. Yeah, I came to UAE hoping for a better life compared to what I have back home in Nigeria. But when I came to UAE, what I was told back home was not what I saw in UAE. But I wanted to go back. They seized my passport. I was like, I'll call the police. I made a lot of issues. I wanted to go back after spending that huge amount of money coming to UAE.
How much did you spend? How much did you spend?
Bro, that time when I came to UAE, I spent close to, it's like 5 years ago, I spent close to 1 million naira.
That's 5 years ago. Without flights?
Yeah, 5 years
ago. So you paid an agent?
Yeah.
Okay.
I paid an agent close to 1 million naira without flights.
Okay.
So I came in, he was telling me there's a job in, he was telling me there's a good job. The salary was high, blah, blah, bro. When I come here from airports, I was even so lucky that they even picked me from the airport.
Okay.
Bro, as I from the airport, they seized my passport to. They brought me to a place. If you see the accommodation, it was so irritating. We were 15 Nigerians in one small room.
15 Nigerians.
That one is small now. Living up, the bed is like this bunk bed, up, center, and down. Bro, up, center, and down. Wow. The day I got there, I was like, man, I can't do this. My life back home is even better than what I'm doing here. Bro, they were telling me, bro, this is how we saw it. We came like you. They were telling us it was rosy. When we came here now, this is the whole scenario. Bro, but as a man, I have to just find I'm here. I have to, mingle, make connections, I had to leave them with time.
With time, okay.
And, and I got something better. Okay. Yeah, but currently now, if you ask me, Pascal, you go to Canada, I'll tell you no. Go to the US, I'll tell you no.
So you're living a much better life than when you came.
Much far much better life.
Why would you reject Canada and the US though?
Bro, what I'm working here in UAE, I started from zero. I built my career down to where I currently now I'm working with a very big logistic company as the operations manager. And I'm doing very, very well. My career is good. I'm working perfectly well. I have everything I need.
So I remember you said they seized your passport. So you made a lot of noise, and he said, "Lila, he must give you your passport back."
Bro, police have not go answer you if you call police.
They don't go
as long
answer
as you're in Nigeria.
That's so bad.
As long as you're in Nigeria, you call. That's so bad rich. Hey. Maybe two Nigerians. They will tell them I go settle on an issue because on a problem too much. Bro, I had to manage with them. I had to stay with them. In fact, I'll tell you, I'll be very sincere with you. I had to stay with them for close to 6 months, and I had to pay them more money down here in UAE for them to release my passport, and I have to go outside and look for a better thing for myself.
Wow.
I worked with them for 6 months with almost no salary, and I had to pay them more money on top. So this is almost trafficking. So this is currently what guys are facing here, especially when you don't have anybody here.
So basically, not all that glitters is gold. They can be telling you that it is now, so you be for you, but when you reach today, you sleep for bed 3 bunks high.
No, seriously. Yeah, seriously.
So let me ask you about your social life now. You don't marry, or you're planning to get married there?
I never marry you.
That you just smile. This guy, you're gonna do bad things for there. Yeah, you take So why you never marry on a Naija girl? You won't marry, go carry her come.
Bro, seriously, I never marry, but I hope say God go do something.
God go run her very soon.
Say marriage. Marriage, don't be something they rush. That's something they put eye down. You select the best. So that's just it. But everything is fine. Everything is nice.
Okay. But I appreciate the fact that we did this, because the idea is everybody wants to leave Nigeria. At least a large number of people want to leave Nigeria. And you don't go blame them. The country they spoil daily. Too many things they happen. He had things they work out fine. So everybody's looking for opportunities, but they also need to know that wherever you want to go to is not as easy as it seems. They get their own issues, so you guys know how you go take run yourself and everything. That's the main reason why I started the Diaspora Show, and I'm glad you reached out. And as soon as possible, I'll try and make this as soon as possible. We can publish this, then I'll send you a link and everything. But I really, really appreciate the fact that you took out time to actually tell it as it is. You understand, which is really nice. So the waiting remain now for us to spend this money where you get this money as operations manager. Maybe spend this money.
Leave that money. Bros, leave that money.
No, my brother. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for speaking with me, man. I really appreciate it.
Bro.
So I beg, stay safe and do all you can to make Nigeria proud.
No, fine, bro. No issues.
Mama, thank you very much, man. Have a wonderful evening.
Thank you.
All right.
Yeah, thank you.
Yes, bye.